Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is all brand new to me, so first video might be a little rough. My name's Lindsay, and I love books. I've loved books since I was in the second grade when I read, cliché I know, Harry Potter. It was the first huge chapter books that I'd read, and oh god, I think I was 7? As a 7-year-old, these worlds were incredible. Like, it was being transported to a universe inside someone's head. And that was incredible to me. I know I use that word a lot, but it's so good. And it's an experience that I can't not love. And there's one form of writing that I hear a lot of controversy about, and that is formulaic writers. People who write books about the same kind of people over and over and over. And while I understand the issues with them, like if you're a person who loves a brand new plot, or you're a person that loves, these huge developed character arcs and these huge developed universes, I understand why you don't like formulaic writers. But I want to tell you why I like formulaic writers. And don't take that as I love every formulaic writer, every single one of them is amazing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you love a character, if you love characters and the depth that you can put into a character with such a simple plot, then I don't understand why you can't love formulaic writers. My favorite genre is romance, and I know, oh my god, she's a girl. Yes, I like romance. Whoop-de-doo. The thing about formulaic writers is you get that romance, and you get good romance. They're good at writing it. But you get these characters that are so unique and so personal. They're so human. A good example that I want to use right now is the book I'm reading. It's by Nora Roberts. She turns out like 5 novels a year. I don't even know. This book is about 30 years old. It's called Worth the Risk. There's actually 2 novels in here. Partners and the Art of Deception. I'm currently reading the first novel in it, Partners, and it's about 2 journalists. The woman is a very headstrong, determined journalist in a world full of men. And I know, oh god, she's a feminist, how cliche. No, she is doing something that I admire in a writer, because it's a writer writing about a writer struggling in a man's world. And I think it has underlying meaning. Then there's also the fact of the male lead. He is cynical, and he's sarcastic, and he's rude, and he's not rude. He's just very cynical. And so they butt heads a lot, but there is an undeniable attraction between them. And you're thinking, oh, she threw an undeniable attraction in there to make the romance work. No, it's there. If you're going to say that, then you can just compare them to, I don't know, Jason Clary from the Mortal Instruments series. They butted heads constantly. They had different opinions on a lot of things. They were raised completely differently while having basically the same amount of skill and power, yet they were completely in love. And so I just think that formulaic writers aren't for people who love big, huge worlds. They're for people who love in-depth characters. Sure, maybe it's a shallow plot. Sure, maybe it's not the most original plot in the world. But these characters are people that have been created in the minds of a writer. And I think that makes them just as legitimate and just as good as any other book. My all-time favorite adult author, as of now, is Susan Wiggs. I have read probably a dozen of her novels, and they all kind of hold a very similar female lead. And while, you might find it boring, she adds a complexity to these people. She takes people that are all in similar situations and makes them unique. she turns them into these people where you feel their pain and you understand their struggles. And while, you may not be a single mother with one child struggling to find, a suitable father for him, but you can understand the struggle and the debate of whether to follow your mind or your heart, or you can relate to the debate of, can I do this alone or not? And I think that it's just as philosophical to read a formulaic writer and their characters as it is to read some big philosophical novel like The Alchemist. It's just something you have to want to understand the characters, and you have to want to like the book. You can't let society's prejudice, knock a whole author's works to the side. There are hundreds of thousands of novels that have been written. Well, thousands of novels. Maybe I'm exaggerating. But that have been written about, people just like this in the same situations. But somehow people keep reading them because they're all different. They're not the same story over and over and over again because there's different people in the same scenarios. And we all know that some people handle things sorry, that's my cat, handle things differently. And I just think it's an interesting peek into the human psyche, not only of the characters, but of the writer. So respect formulaic writers just as much as the next guy. I mean, that's my opinion. So this has been my first YouTube video. It's probably shit, but I hope to be coming back at least once a week with one, and I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!